So I came upon an interesting find when I was organizing my wrenches the other day. This top wrench actually says Sears on it. And as you know, the famous brand from Sears is the Craftsman tool line. These tools were in my father's toolbox and his father's before him. Back in my day, 70s and 80s, when Craftsman was pretty much the go-tool wrench, the only competition was stuff coming out of Taiwan and Japan. In those days, it was pretty much junk, much like the stuff coming out of China these days. Now, of course, if history repeats itself, I guess that means we can expect things coming out of China within the next decade or so to be some of the best in the world. Once manufactured primarily in the USA, Craftsman may no longer have that claim. This tool on the bottom here, just recently purchased, no longer says forged in the USA. So the reason I bring this up is I just came upon this story today. Sears has apparently agreed to sell their Craftsman brand to the Stanley Black Decker company for the vast sum of $775 million. As we all know, Sears is not what it once used to be, and they've been in pretty serious jeopardy over the past couple of years. They had bought the Kmart brand for some reason, and of course they're not doing well. The only reason people go into a store like that is to buy cheap products. And when you go into a Kmart and see the prices are a lot higher than Walmart, what's the point? As a matter of fact, the local Kmart we had here just closed its doors not too long ago, and we have a big vacant, empty building right now. Sears is actually a pretty amazing story. According to the Wikipedia article here, they were actually the largest retailer in the U.S. up until October of '89 when Walmart took over, even though it's still the 5th largest American department store as of 2013, and the 12th largest retailer in the country overall. I really wonder if this is just another nail in the coffin of the Sears department store line. Back when I was a teenager, the only competition we had in the area was you had a Sears store and you had a Montgomery Ward. Now, Montgomery Ward is no longer with us. They died in 2001 and they're gone. So I'm just wondering if this is the same path that Sears is going to be taking here. This Craftsman line sell-off doesn't look to be a bad deal for Sears overall. They're going to collect a percentage of all the new sales for 15 years after the deal closes. And they're also going to be able to continue selling the tools in their own stores under a licensing agreement, in which case they're not going to have to pay a royalty to Stanley, but after the 15 years is up, they will be paying Stanley a 3% licensing fee. So what's this going to mean for you die-hard Craftsman fans? Probably not much is going to change, I expect. Sears is a retail business. They're not a manufacturing company. The Craftsman line has always been manufactured by third-party tools and just rebranded with the Craftsman name. For example, most of the power tools have been manufactured by Emerson Electric and DeWalt. Yeah, so who is this company that's taken over our beloved Craftsman brand? Of course, most of us know Black Decker. They've been around for a very long time. They manufacture the consumer grade of power tools, drills, jigsaws, that sort of thing. And of course, Stanley, they're the people we know that manufacture the socket wrenches and the adjustable wrenches we see hanging in the tool aisle at the Walmart store. I have quite a few of those in my toolkit as well. But apparently there's more to them than most of us probably realize. They own quite a few subsidiaries, which Craftsman is their most recent. For example, they have DeWalt, Bostitch, they're pretty big in the nail gun business. Porter Cable's been around for quite a while. They have the power tools. And of course, Mac Tools, all the professional mechanics probably heard of them. And quite a few other subsidiaries we've never heard of. Here's a Pfister. They manufacture faucets, that sort of thing. So I guess we'll just have to stay tuned and see what Stanley does with our beloved Craftsman brand of tools. Obviously, they're going to want to get their $775 million investment back somehow. How exactly are they going to do that? Are they going to increase prices? Not likely. There's a heck of a lot of competition out there these days, and raising prices is probably not going to earn them any more business. The other thing they could possibly do is squeeze the actual manufacturers of the tools a little bit more to give them better margins, a little more profit. And of course, DeWalt is already a subsidiary of Stanley, and they have been known to make some Craftsman tools in the past, so there'll be a way they can save some money right there. The other possibility is they're going to just start, cutting back on the quality of the tools, putting some cheaper parts on there, shave a few pennies off here and there, and increase their bottom line, which of course is never good for us, the consumers. And if there are any tools that are not currently made in China, it's a possibility they'll just have it all shipped over there so the Chinese slave labor can manufacture it and take away American jobs and make the company some more money while we lose jobs and can't afford to buy their tools. So that might not have a good ending either. Then again, they may just very well leave the quality of the products as they are and continue to enjoy the long, well-earned reputation of the Craftsman line. Or they may actually even look to improve some things here and there. I guess we'll just have to stay tuned and see what happens to the future of our beloved Craftsman tool line.